we're back for another episode of A Toy Kind of Mood. And look who's back. Look who's with us. The two R's. My very long time co-host of 3 episodes and now 4. What's up, Ronnie? You're back. You missed us at PulseCon on day 2. What the dilly, yo?
Yep, hey, I'm here. I'm ready to go. We got some good topics this week, and sorry I missed last episode, but it was a chaotic internet issue. But luckily, we had an awesome guy come in and cover all our bases.
Yeah, KJ almost stole your job. You're this
right?
close. You're lucky he's busy. Look who's back. Beautiful Bobby in the house. What up, dude?
What's up?
What is up, y'all? What is up? Well, a lot is up. So let's fly through it because we're going to talk retail today because that's always a fun topic in the world of action figures and collectibles. So let's correct some things. We had PulseCon. Did you guys enjoy what we went over last week and what we tried to buy, what we bought, what we saw? Did you guys enjoy PulseCon this year? We'll start off with Robert.
I mean, yeah, I had Kevin pick me up some stuff, and he was able to get me stuff, so that was good. PulseCon, I liked PulseCon. I liked what we saw. I liked the reveals. I think for me the biggest reveal was the Gambit Rogue Classics. That was my that was what I was hoping for. I didn't like the Rogue face sculpt though. That was my biggest grind. But other than that, yeah, I liked it.
Not bad. Ronnie?
Yeah, I didn't mind the Rogue's face mold as much. I like the retro packaging on it. You know, it was a throwback. If we would have had those figures as kids, that's what they would have looked like. Yeah, I mean, everything I wanted for the most part, I was able to get. I think everybody in our group had a few hiccups with just loading, getting payment to go through. But I mean, it was a really overall good event. Day 2 was a little less my expertise, even though I do love Transformers. All in all, I liked it. I got some stuff coming eventually. I guess you would say the pre-orders are all the way out now to next September. So we'll see when we get those.
Exactly. All right, let's correct some things because it was Robert. It was you who corrected a few of my Marvel mishaps, if you will. Yeah, I'm a Marvel guy. I love Marvel, longtime Marvel comic writer. I'm a writer, guys. Just go read my book. Reader, so soon to be writer. Hey, if J.J. Abrams' son can write a comic, I can too. Hey, so Bobby, there was a few mistakes I made. It happens. You want to go over them for us? Go ahead. Tell us.
I know. I caught your Jocasta. That was the one because you said she was with X-Men. She's actually with the Avengers.
Yeah.
You were thinking of Danger, the Danger Room that came to life. That's what the X-Men.
Absolutely.
Jocasta also made a small appearance in the MCU as one of Tony Stark's file drives. And then the Miles Morales. I didn't catch it. Someone else did. But the Miles Morales that is actually with we now will have 2 different Miles Morales Marvel Legend figures.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to have civilian Miles. I last week said there was a 2-pack. It is not a 2-pack. Miles will be in the Civvy dress up. And it releases separately from Spider-Gwen, who now comes with Spider-Ham. Yes, the character we always wanted. And then just flying through some of the other Marvel stuff that we missed. The Build-A-Figure for the Spider-Man line, which you see on the screen right now, is the wild and wacky Stilt Man. Oh my God, guys, say so, Ronnie, what are you gonna say about this crazy character?
It was ridiculous in the awesomest of ways. It was a throwback to the villains of yesteryear. It was the over-the-top campiness type character that we all grew up with. I think when anybody out there watched the actual reveal, he extended it and it was something like 5 feet high. I think it said. I mean, he stilts it in his corner. So, I mean, something like that over the top, it fits the Spider-Man universe of today where they're, sticking with the younger versions. And it's good times.
Exactly. And then another thing, just to clean up PulseCon for a bit before we go on our correct mood. Zartan, so there was some Pulse details that says he will change color in the ultraviolet light, just like the classic A Real American Hero figure. And then Entertainment Earth just tweeted just a few minutes ago that this was the case. So who knows? I'm hearing one way or another. Either way, it's an incredible figure. Throw it under the sun, see what happens. If not, it's worth your $20. All right, moving on. We're in a pretty cheery mood. We had a good morning. Robert always has a good morning. But Ronnie, you and I, and at least three, 4, or 5 of the other A Toy Kind of Mood chatteroo dudes, we were able to secure Cad Bane today. Tell us about how that pre-order went down on PulseCon.
Well, I'll start by saying we all thought it would be Bot Central Scalper, race to the gates. When the Cad Bane, I guess you'd call it Con edition, which comes, with a nice box and whatnot, leaked from the overseas markets, we all were like, man, we want it, and it's going to be chaos. We know how exclusives go. The fact that, man, I got on, somebody posted it that they were refreshing their screen all throughout the day, and they seen it drop. After I actually got an email from Hasbro. So they were sending out emails with alerts. It was about 20 minutes after it sold out, I got the email, but still, they sent out emails. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so apparently we got the email. We got all the email about 13 past 9.
Yeah.
And then, or should I say, 9 Pacific,
yeah.
Noon Eastern, about 13 minutes after. But the figure went on sale about 9 o'clock, 9:01, yeah. I believe. So it was up for 12 minutes, and then by the time most people who weren't sitting there refreshing the screen like crazy got the email, it was gone. So it was at least up for at least 13, 14 minutes, but which is far better than the half of a 13-second Target release.
Yeah,
right?
And I mean, being part of a community that we are in our groups is beneficial to anybody looking to buy figs, because just for that point, I mean, if I was waiting for any of us were waiting for the email, it would have been too late. But like I said, it stayed up for a while, and everybody in our chat that wanted one got one. So that's awesome. I mean, that's unexpected for that kind of quality of a figure.
It was a good mood for us, but not for many. So we may be ruffling some feathers a bit. Just to stick on the Star Wars Black Series line, we did see a leak this week of the last gaming greats of the year, according to GameStop. It's a Scout Trooper, and it looks a little different than the one that we've seen before. So it's not just kind of like a repaint. It is a repaint, but it's definitely a lot. They put a lot more effort into this one than, say, Django. So looking forward to that. Sticking on the moods, we're talking retailers. This morning also was Walmart Collectorcon, and we're in a pretty good mood. Robert, why are we in a good mood for Walmart Collectorcon?
Because we didn't buy anything and saved our money. We saved our money because some of those looked not good.
All right.
Polite.
Hashtag toy broke.
But before we get to the one that really looks toy broke, let's talk about, all right, let's just lay down what was there. Some of them weren't bad. I actually do love the Geralt of Rivia character. The Witcher one is pretty good. I just don't know where I would put a random Witcher figure in my collection. There was also Mandarin Spawn, Mortal Kombat 11, the red variant Katana, and Winter Purple Sub-Zero. Now, these aren't home runs from McFarlane, but they're not bad.
Right.
The Arkham Knight Bronze Batman actually is pretty impressive, but Ronnie, $40.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, with the travesty that we've seen with the gold label Batman, when McFarlane had that video up, and it looked amazing in his light, which was worse than my lighting I have issues with every week. And then we started seeing stills that dropped today in the white background, professional shots. They looked like a travesty. So, I mean, I wanted the bronze one, and because of what I saw, I stood away from the Batman sculpts. And by the way, let me compliment you, because I did tee you up for that segue, and you took it. So I was glad instead. But hey. I just didn't like how the Batman looked. So I mean, I kind of stayed away from the Walmart con once I seen that. I was like, meh.
Yeah, that was our whole group chat. In addition to Doom's Bronze Marauder, also another bronze character. That one goes for, I believe, 30. There were a couple Warhammer 40,000 figures as well. But the good and the silly kind of blend in, like you mentioned, because what the hell happened to this DC Multiverse gold label Batman, Robert? What the?
That's a huge WTF. Because I think we have seen McFarlane do some amazing designs. His Spider-Man, his Venom, his Hulk. I mean, like drawing wise, they're fantastic. The action figures, I mean, he's had some that are kind of a miss. what the shit? I have no idea what happened with this Batman. I mean, his Batman, like the giant bat, looks bad. Like the fact that he has like no lips, but it's like black emo lipstick. The overabundance of knives. I mean, if it was batarangs all over him, I'd get that. But like, I don't get the gold knives. Like, okay, you stole Alfred's like knives for like his kitchen setware. I don't know what's going on there. It's just everything looked bad. And then, like Ronnie said, like the white light professional poses, it looked like, I think you said dad bod or someone said dad bod in the chat. He looks like he's chunky. Like, where's like
Ronnie?
Yeah, I was calling him emo bat because it reminds me of if pop culture has learned anything from trying to take one of our superheroes and turn him into an emo character, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, you'd figure would recall. I guess, it's so far ago that we've erased that from our psyche because that's the only reason why I would imagine that this travesty came out because, my God, you got the black lipstick, you got the gawk, what do they call that? Like jaunt face where it's, sunken in. And, I just don't like it. And his body is, like you said, I mean, he's wide. And even his points of articulation, I was looking at that videos before we started and comparing the McFarlane video and then the still shots. And I was pausing right through the way, I had my iPhone, so I was, expanding the picture, trying to get in there. And even where they put the articulation in the chest and the waist doesn't help that paint job and that color scheme at all. It looks like a mucky mess.
Yeah, actually, the original professional shots looked amazing. And
the original looks amazing. The original looks great. Even the original, like, steampunk goggles looked good. But then the after, I'm just like, no.
Oh, yeah, those shots from Walmart right in front of the white exposed everything. Yeah. So it's crazy because just like you mentioned, the McFarlane video, Ronnie, he even had the character in the package. And I was like, man, that looks even better in the package. And then somehow, like, maybe it is the way it is in the package, but just seeing all those random shots we saw today, it's a contender for worst figure of the year. I hate saying that because I cleared out a whole shelf for McFarlane's Dark Knight's Metal. I think it's among some of the best stuff we've seen all year. So look, moving on, very silly stuff. Mosquito, G.I. Joe classified movie Mosquito. A lot of us pre-ordered it. It's supposed to arrive Monday. Do we even know what the hell this is? Ronnie? Scarlet?
Who the hell knows? I mean, you could be getting Duke with a bikini. You don't even know. I mean, everybody, there's rumors out there, there's speculation, but every image we've seen, and of course, the Mosquito is usually that's a placeholder code name, right? I mean, we don't even know what the figure is. I can't imagine it's shipping. It's got to be errors. There's got to be something out there. But I know a lot of our friends say, receiving Monday. So who knows? I mean, maybe you're going to get a big old, resin middle finger from Hasbro. Maybe that's what's going to be in the box because they've really taken us to school this year with all the exclusives and BS they've thrown at us regarding the Joe Classics.
Exactly. Hey, either that or by the time you watch this, there will be a Fan First Friday for G.I. Joe tomorrow, which would make all the sense in the world if it does ship on Monday. So we'll have to see about that. More silliness. Of course, we saw the Razor Crest from the Vintage Collection in Hasbro reach its goal. Then it reached another goal. So we got the pod. Then we got Baby Yoda, which looks amazing. And then the third goal. It's the holiday paint. And it needs 80,000 reaches. Of course, we're kidding, but I thought this was hilarious. Robert, did you see this?
I did.
This Razor.
I knew it was a joke, but I still went, maybe?
Right. After all the figures
after everything we've seen,
on
screen.
Yeah.
Maybe? Shit.
After last week's silly mood, who knows? All right, and finishing off the silly mood, it's none other than Mattel's Dino Riders. They made a comeback, and Entertainment Earth selling them. Who asked for this? Seriously.
Nobody did. The investors asked for, well, maybe one or two. I think the investors mainly asked for it because they want to, again, go back to childhood, rapage of our wallets. And it's the holiday time. Let's take us to the bank, as they say.
I loved Dino Riders as a kid.
Oh, me too.
Such a great concept. And Jason from our chat posted the pictures, and I was like, That's not what I want. I want like Black Series Dino Riders. Damn it, not this shit.
Yeah, those are
It's like,
knockoff job lot style.
Thank you.
From
Thank you.
from like Guatemala, where you get them and they're like you get the knockoff characters where their
Like
faces
little
are half
muscles,
smudged
yeah.
off. Yeah, they look like the old muscle characters except in 6-inch form. Those little rubber figures.
Yeah.
hey, it's Ronnie. It's like the muscle figures I used to go find at Christmas tree shop.
Yeah, or the ones I used to bug you to get me at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, we've had way too much fun on a toy kind of mood, so let's bring the mood a little bit down. We've got a huge subject today. We've been talking retailers and everything like that. So easily, the first thing that gets us in the most bad mood, it's Target. Who else would it be? So, of course, one of the most sought out action figures of the year. We don't know exactly what it looks like, but we have new details. The Mandalorian Deluxe. For months, we've been hearing about this, despite they're coming out with the Beskar armor and all these other things. And it's a Target exclusive. And supposedly, we just heard about this, Mando Monday won't be on October 26th, but now the 19th. They're pushing it up a week. Does that mean we'll see the Mando Deluxe? I'm not sure. Here's the details. Din Djarin is on the package for the first time. He's no longer just the Mandalorian, which is, there's a lot of Mandalorians. He is Din Djarin. So that's very cool. It includes a child with the 2.0 baby pram, the display stand, a tracking fob, 5 Beskar ingots, and a removable helmet. Sounds like a hell of a deal. Too bad none of us will have this figure when it goes for sale.
No shit.
Any other comments before we talk about how shitty Target is?
Well, I'm gonna go into that. I want to talk about that Mando fig a little bit. It sounds great. I'm always a hopeful toy buyer. I don't come in, full of piss and vinegar. But you know me, I can talk, I can sling stuff like with the best of them. I'll get my soapbox and my signs, no worries. But I'm hoping, because they know how many people want this, I'm hoping that they do allow people to buy it and have enough supply. Do I expect that? No. The character looks awesome. I think also the change and shifting of the date is probably to relate to the Mandalorian season 2, which I think they're coinciding with the release, all the promotions for that, and you're gonna see more of a getting to know the Mandalorian as personal rather than like the full first season was building the relationship. Now you're getting more into the character, and that's apparent by the toy. I mean, they're going by his first name. That's Boba Jango Fett style right there. I mean, we're getting to know the character really good. So will Target have any for us? I don't know, man. I think out of our group of X amount of people, probably 1 or 2 will be lucky enough. We'll see.
If we're that lucky. Robert, you were talking about Entertainment Earth. What happened?
So, God, was it May when like the Vader and the Beskar armor Mandalorian came out, and like every site crashed. I got to Entertainment Earth and pre-ordered them. Perfect, great. They're not supposed to get Vader in August. Got pushed back to September. Got another email. Oh, it's got pushed back to January. So now I'm kind of stuck. And I grabbed, and my comic book shop, the one that I go to, has all the Vader. So I'm like, hey, hold this while I decide, what to do. It's just if you're gonna pre-order something, or if you're gonna say like, hey, we'll have it then, don't keep pushing it back. It just makes you not want to shop with you anymore. And this happened also with NECA and their shipments. I don't know if y'all have seen this. I ordered the Back to the Future Marty, the Ultimate 80s edition. Was supposed to come out in early September. It's now been pushed back to be determined. However, people have been getting it at like Walmart and Target because they've sent out to the big shops, but have kind of cut back on the mom and pop shops to say, oh, well, we'll get it when we get it. What the shit? And Ronnie,
I agree with you. I mean, it's horrible.
And luckily, one of the toy shops in Houston got the Boba Fett and the carbonized boxes in. So I was able to snag one of those, put on, I'll get it when I get back to Houston, which it looked beautiful. It looked absolutely stunning. But Entertainment Earth. I'm like, what? Why pre-order with you now when I can just go when my comic book shop? And granted, it's like $5 more, but that $5 is going to be probably shipping and handling. And hell, it could come January, like, oh, sorry, it's canceled.
Yep. No, I have some discuss regarding that with retailers. Now, it's not just Entertainment Earth. Amazon has been shifting dates from like pushing them up by weeks, but pushing them back by a year. I mean, Amazon, Hasbro themselves. I've been calling them what is it? I call them like Tog Bro or Hasget. Trying to say Hasbro Target combination because of how Target always is. I've been collecting for a long time, and I've never seen this many shifts in movement with release dates or shipping dates or delays. We all know that with the current state of COVID and stuff throughout the year, that shipping has been catastrophically shifted in a negative direction. I'm hoping we can, the economy can kind of get things back, and we can start seeing, a little bit more regularity with our products being shipped, because you're right. It makes you not want to work with these companies. It makes you want to go somewhere else. I think we just went into that this morning where I had figures that were supposed to be already on their way. Again, I think we talked about this. If you want to hear more about that BS, go back to episode 2, I think it was. But we have things get shipped, marked as shipped. All of a sudden, it's, well, sorry, you're getting delayed now another week. How can things get marked as shipping on the package, processing, and on the way, and then all of a sudden be changed? We see that with every distributor, every retailer. It's horrible. I mean, there's no good place to go anymore. I don't know where. I mean, what do you think, Travis? Have you experienced any of this?
So I was going to ask you guys this, is I would love to go around the room. It's only a couple of us. Right, around the room. It's up 3 of us. Let's start with Robert, and then I'll answer at the end. What big box retailer, brick and mortar, do you think is the best? But the way I look at it before you give an answer is, some of them are just better to order online, and some are better in the store. So I want to know your experience, and we're going to talk big box, and then when you're done, we'll go around and we'll talk third party, the fan channels and whatnot. So which big box retailer would you say you have the best luck with? And then is it different for you online than it is like in person? Go ahead, Robert.
I want to say that online, none of the above, to be honest. Amazon is probably for me, the closest to being the best. I've only had one issue with Amazon, and that was when I ordered She-Hulk with the Fantastic Four lineup. They lost the package, and I had to cancel, and they reshipped me a new one. Fine. Walmart and Target, first off, navigating both those sites trying to find the right figure is a pain in the ass.
It took us 10 minutes to find the McFarlane figures this morning when they promoted right on the website. If you go to Walmart, there's not even Walmart Collectorcon anywhere on the front page, because toys are a small blip in the radar. They care more about putting Lysol wipes and toilet paper in the hands of people than the fucking Spawn figure.
How dare they?
No, but look, check it out, right? So you couldn't even find it. So then I looked up like collectibles, and then it came up and it showed like Funko and McFarlane, and then I was like, oh, cool. Clicked on it, and it was all the stuff from PulseCon. Like the first figure was the Holiday Stormtrooper or whatever. Like, so I was like, this is ridiculous. And then 10 minutes later, after refreshing, all the McFarlane stuff finally showed up. It's a huge problem for collectors, because say had these been really sought out figures like his Dark Knight's Metal, they would have been gone already by either programmable bots or people who know the codenames. That's exactly what happened with Target. I'm sorry I'm running a rant here, but this is exactly what happened with Target for Cobra Island. All of us searched. None of us put Cobra Island, and hardly any of us used the app. We were on a computer or regular mobile browsers like normal people. We put G.I. Joe classified, and none of it showed up. And then 13, 14, 15 minutes later, after refreshing, we finally saw Firefly, and we finally saw the Viper. And by then they were gone, because some people used an app and put Cobra Island Firefly. Like, had we known that, we would have had it or at least had a chance. It's just, yeah, that was a wonderful point. I'm sorry for running a rant off your point, but you nailed it. Like the search engine functionality on these two big box retailers is absolutely pathetic.
Well, and then on top of that, so trying to find the Masters of the Universe figures here, in Houston was kind of a like, they would say they had them in stock, and then I would go and they're like, oh, sorry, we sold out. I'm like, yeah, but I ordered it online. So instead of holding it, they just would sell it, and then they'd cancel it and here's your money back. But I'm like, if I pay for it, I expect to have it here. But then, yeah, and I get that not everything is scanned on properly, because one Walmart showed that they had 0 battle cats. I go in there and they've got 1 left. It was the one that I hid and it got put back down. So, whatever. But that type of stuff happens where it's like, oh, 0. You go in there, there's 5, or they show 5 and there's 0 in the store. It's a little frustrating.
So you would say in person, which one of these stores do you prefer? Walgreens?
In person, I'm going to go Walmart. But, it's just, I've gotten lucky when I've gone into, there are certain Walmarts that that not everyone's going to go there. It's kind of in the bad part of town. Collectors aren't really going to go there. I don't care. I'll go there. I found my Beast and my Gambit there that, were going on Amazon for $80, $90. I got them for 20. I found, some Cobra Island, some JoJo Classified at my Target one day, and then boom, they're gone the next. It's just, but in person, I'm going to go Walmart.
That's why Baroness was in Inglewood for a whole week. Nobody wanted to go. Ronnie, who's your favorite big box brick and mortar?
So, okay, online. I'm gonna start with online, a big box online. I found better success with Walmart, believe it or not, online, than I did say Target. Target, I've had everything I order online gets canceled on me. They give it to somebody else. They stomp it and give me something broken. I mean, it's a travesty. It's a chaos. Walmart never. Sometimes you get delays, whatever, but I always got everything, and I've got it shipped well. In person, complete opposite. Target. Look, I'll stay in Walmart. If you go to Walmart in person, you find one employee covering the whole floor, the entire store. You'll find one person, and they're eating a granola bar and drinking a Mountain Dew or something in the corner while they're working. And I'm like, hey, do you know? They go, nope. You don't even know what I'm saying. Can I get something? Nope, sorry, we don't have it. I'm you won't even let me ask what the goddamn thing is. I could be asking for the tires, and it doesn't matter. Nope, don't got it. So Walmart, I find in person is absolute no help. They never have inventory. Shit's everywhere. Target, at least where I live, my Target, I always make fun of it because certain people around here call it Target. It's like the bougie Target. So the toy aisles, believe it or not, are always things that are moved around. But if you find something moved or hidden, there's always stuff. Hondo was I think I posted it in the chat yesterday. It was a stack of them somewhere where it was supposed to be in the toy aisle.
Yeah.
And they had all the Disney Galaxy's Edge figs where I know people have been looking for them and couldn't find them. That's where my story with the online and in person for big box stores at least. I definitely like Target in store, Walmart online. I've had success.
I definitely agree. The pop finder numbers at Target have been mostly accurate, at least here in Southern California. So I've had a lot of success in person at Target. I know I make fun of it a lot, but as long as if you're a collector, if you have the time and you can get there, I've gone extreme, but if you can get there at least a half hour before they open and make sure you're the #1 collector, and if you get the balls to talk to a manager and be like, hey, there's going to be 20 man babies running to the toy aisle, so you might want to hold this stuff at customer care or at least something. I've had people go in the back and get it for me and stuff like that. So I've had no issues in person. Of course, online the bots scoop everything up in 4 to 5 seconds. Where Walmart, people complain about Walmart, but I think as long as you're on it, you'll get it. I mean, sometimes even Walmart will randomly release stuff. So it kind of prevents the bots. For instance, at Hasbro Pulse today, Cad Bane was a shadow drop. People are complaining, but if we knew exactly that this was dropping at noon Eastern today,
oh my God, yes.
bought it. But because nobody knew, it was like, and I mean, look, Gigawatt came out, right?
Yeah.
You knew and you heard about Cad Bane coming out today. You had to have known that it was going to be only a matter of time. If you're a hardcore collector, if this is what you love more than anything, you've got to be on it. You can't just, oh, Gigawatt's there. What about Cad Bane? Okay, I'll go back to bed. Like, you know better. I mean, this is the game we play. People are quitting. People are being successful. People are failing. But this is the game we play. It's not great, but I mean, it is what it is. It's like you got. I would rather have them do shadow drops and random drops than, hey, bots, hey, scalpers.
Yeah,
hey,
it gives everybody a chance, for sure.
And then
everybody gets a chance when it was like that.
Exactly. And the other subject, people are saying like, well, if they would release these things at normal time, because people have a job, like I understand you're at work. But the thing is, why are you so hardcore about collecting toys when you have a responsibility? Like, if you love toys that much, go to the bathroom. Go on your phone. I know some guy I argued with, I don't even know why I bothered, but he's like, I won't use my phone to buy things online. Like, it's 2020. You don't use your phone. Are you afraid? Like, I would much rather use my credit card on my phone than on a computer where there's like viruses everywhere. Most mobile web browsers can't be attacked that easily. So you're safer, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a computer tech nerd or anything, but I would much rather just buy something quickly online than go on a computer where I may have like frequented a questionable site or something and there's something go up with my computer. So look, I don't know. Everyone's got their own opinions and their own beliefs, but if you're in this game to collect exclusives, you've got to make yourself available. If you're at work, hey, I got to take this. Sorry, boss. I got a family issue. Like I mean, whatever. Karma's a motherfucker, but like my aunt's in the hospital, and then fucking go buy your Mandalorian figure and come back. You got to do what you got to do. You
just really go to the bathroom and you go to your
exactly.
car. I've done that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
To just reinforce what you said. This is not new. This is always toys. I mean, I remember standing out in line for midnight releases at Toys R Us. People that work, and they always drop them on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, or even a Tuesday. Video games. People that work aren't going to be out midnight to 2 in the morning, to get their product, but they are. So that excuse of, I got work is total BS, because either you don't get no sleep because you're up all night in line and you go to work, or you can it's easier to step away for 5 minutes or less. It literally, if you're smart, like, if you have the app open in your pocket, you have it ready to go, you have all your info in. So when it does drop, you get that alert, vibrate, takes 5 seconds. Confirm, enter, 10 minutes waiting for it to spin, but still, you put it back in your pocket and wait for a confirmation.
Right.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right, guys, we're back from a little break. We're talking retailers here. Let's talk fan channel, third parties. Of course, it's always great to have, when our exclusives go away, sometimes we can grab them from the likes of Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store, Hasbro Pulse, of course, and Dorkside Toys, who just posted that the retail version of Cad Bane is available. So hopefully it's still available by the time you check out the show. If you missed on Cad Bane, which we just talked about as a Hasbro Pulse Deluxe version, go over to Dorkside and get it for $21.99. It's right there, Dorkside Toys. We're talking big little box now. Robert, who's your favorite among the ones I just mentioned? And
You know what? I'm probably gonna go Big Bad. Only because Entertainment Earth keeps postponing my goddamn Vader and Mandalorian. But like, the Mandalorian with the Beskar armor. My mom got me Mandalorian from Big Bad for my birthday and got it like that. No issues. So, I've ordered from both, but I'm gonna have to go Big Bad just for the fact that they didn't keep delaying it. They like, all right, here you go. You bought it. Here you go.
Big Bad, not so bad. Ronnie?
I'm gonna have to. Okay, it's a tie between. We're going online. Are we strictly the little guys or any online? Because that's a loaded topic.
Well, no, I would say the little guys, and I think you can somewhat include Pulse in this because the way they work like a fan channel.
Pulse, if I had to rate like the main 3 or 4, Dorkside, Pulse, you have Big Bad, and I would say Big Bad Toys. I've had things canceled on me from them, but they've never delayed. They've either canceled and told me, hey, it's going to be, X amount of weeks out. Do you still want to order it? Or they've canceled it right together based on distribution from the manufacturers. We're so lucky and blessed to have so many different options, from small mom and pop retailers online to big Amazon titans. I would say I really do like, Big Bad Toys. But I've had Entertainment Earth has everything. You can literally pre-order stuff out for like 3 years out. They'll tell you, end of 2021, we'll have it for you eventually. So if you don't mind waiting, Entertainment Earth is great because they'll always have pre-orders for something. It's just they may be months, 6 months, 8 months, a year and a half out, where the other guys kind of try to keep it a little more reined in. Where hey, we're only going to have it until the next 3 months. Do you want it or not? Kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I would say in comparing the 4, of course, Pulse takes forever because as we mentioned that they might have a 35 day contract with these other guys along with Target and Walmart and some of the Best Buy and Walgreens and stuff. So their stuff comes a little later. I mean, a lot later. I still have stuff from May, the Beskar Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I still haven't received Sabine Wren. I've got all my Rebels finally in. They've come one at a time. But I just canceled Hera to order on Amazon. So I actually forgot to mention this earlier because we were comparing Target to Walmart, but Amazon blows everyone away, in my opinion. It's online, so they have that advantage of like having the most stock because they just have the warehouses all over the world, all over the country. So whereas Target wants you to come into the store, so they've got like 5 available online, and if those sell out, you've got to go into the store knowing that you're going to walk away with laundry detergent and stuff. So they got us that way. I mean, I was going to the dentist. I was going up in Santa Clarita. It's about a half an hour away, and I was like, well, I never go to these Targets and GameStops and stuff. Let me check it out. Nothing. I mean, it was midday, absolutely nothing on the shelf. And
you also got to remember Amazon too. You get deals, which we're going on some of our Plunder. You'll never see markdowns usually from other retailers. Where Amazon, you'll always see deals of the day or something come up where you're getting discounts on some figure or line or another. So
well, look, here's a weekly Plunder. A spoiler alert. I've been waiting for this bad boy, and I know you got one on the way, or did yours come in?
It should be here tomorrow.
All right, this one was going for like anywhere from $20 to $30 on Amazon. Was the Azrael and the White Knight collection, and I waited and waited and waited, and even Kevin was like at a Walmart and was like, "Do you need it?" And I was like, "Yeah, but not for 20 because Walmart watch." And what happens is they will price match because as we see the leaks, it's $15.88 at some Walmarts, and I think people are price matching with Amazon, so they'll give it. It's very limited. They'll do the price match for like 6 hours, 2 hours, 2 days. It's all random, and then you just got to be patient. And Azrael went up for 15. He's probably back to 30 or 20, whatever the resale is on it. So yeah, Amazon, I know the packaging is absolutely the worst because they just throw it in a box.
Yeah.
But I got bubble wrap with some of my weekly Plunder today. It wasn't like Walgreens where they covered the whole thing. It wasn't like even Target is doing a great job packaging stuff. To be honest, I mean, as much as we bash them, they've been shipping stuff out great. But Amazon is definitely the worst. They have like the smaller boxes for the items, so the cards bend and everything. But it's so easy. Their exclusives take forever to sell out. Yep. I mean, as we saw with even, look at the Mandalorian credit collection. The Mandalorian was there for like a long time. I mean, it was sold out, but it was like, it was there. I know there was a delay getting it on the site, but once it was on the site, it was there for quite a while. It wasn't like bought it out 7 seconds. Like Amazon to me kicks butt. You're going to get it fast. You can get a discount. They wipe everybody else out.
Yep.
That
they're going to kick butt, but they're also going to kick your box. I'll send them some slides. You can see the shipping that I've received for things that I've gotten for toys.
Yeah.
Insert here.
Yeah, exactly. That said, I've had some pretty good experiences with all the retailers I mentioned. There was a FedEx thing where they just completely delivered my GI Joe classified figures to the wrong address, and they gave me my money back. No, they felt bad. They were like, there was no like, so that was props to them. Big Bad Toy Store is definitely the most consistent. Entertainment Earth is the biggest. They have the convention presence. They have more exclusives. I think they pretty much have the right more. They're kind of like the next guy down. If Pulse doesn't have exclusive, it usually goes to Entertainment Earth. So they have that. They all have their benefits, and of course Entertainment Earth takes a long time to ship. They all do at times. So what are you gonna do? But all right, so that's our retail discussion for today, but we'll continue. We got a lot more to talk about. We'll bring that subject up. We'll talk peg warmers when we get Christian on. We'll talk all kind of different subjects when it comes to retail. But let's settle in. We're a little mild now from the bad. And just to show you the news in toys this week, Hot Toys, something I can't afford. I mean, if I could, I'd rather have a PlayStation 5 than a figure. Wouldn't you guys? But look, Clone Wars Coruscant Guard came out in the Darth Maul. These are all 1/6 scale, so 12 inches, 30 points of articulation. They come with multiple accessories and interchangeable parts. They are amazing. They are the figures you go to Comic-Con with and take pictures of, and that's about it for me. You guys, do you invest in Hot Toys, Robert?
Yeah, I do. I've got a few.
Oh.
I've had to flip a few. I've had to flip a few, which sucked. But I usually get other stuff. But I keep the Captain Americas I've got, and I love my Captain Americas. I want to get the Worthy cap, which comes out later this year, because he's got the Mjolnir with like the lightning bolt coming off it. I'm like, and I will give Hot Toys this. They do payment plans, so it's not $250 right off the bat. It's like 4 to 5 months of like $50-$60 a month. I can swing that. I can usually swing that. So. They've got a few figures out that are coming out with Jim Lee's Cyclops, which I want so badly.
All right, I hear some yelling in the background. Sounds like one of you guys got to get to dinner. So let's fly through the rest of this news here in the little mild mood. So Funko just announced their Collectorcon Exclusives that will go on sale probably when you watch this or tomorrow.
Let me apologize, by the way. That was on my end. That was my neighbor.
All good. All right, look, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday, whether that's tomorrow morning or today as you watch this. These were supposed to be the New York Comic-Con exclusives. So part of the good news about this is the Clone Wars Funko did already drop, and they're pretty much everywhere at all the retailers we just mentioned as far as like Amazon, Entertainment Earth, and these were Wrecker, Bo-Katan, Gar Saxon, Darth Maul, and Ahsoka. There is also a GameStop exclusive Ahsoka, which, what do you know, still available to pre-order. So if you haven't gotten a Ahsoka Pop Doll and you like this one, GameStop still has it for pre-order. Of course, the Funko Shop Super Commando Mandalorian will be botted up in 3 or 4 seconds whenever that hits. So good luck getting that one. Of course, that's the one I want. So probably not going to happen. And last bit of news this week, War for Cybertron Voyager Soundwave coming off a pretty great PulseCon presence with Transformers. It's hit Hong Kong, so making waves in Hong Kong is sound. And it's a retooling. It transforms into the G1 cassette mode. He's got his red visor. Not much battle damage on it, but there are new heads for Laserbeak and Ravager. And also, they said that they cast a new head on Soundwave as well. So it seems like almost a completely redo. And that should be hitting retailers at the end of the month or in November. I'm not sure. I wasn't able to pre-order it from Walmart. That was a toughie. All right, guys, weekly plunder time. Robert, what do you got to show us this week?
This week, nothing. I've got Boba Fett waiting for me in Houston. So that'll be my weekly plunder is Boba. So.
Which Boba? There's like 19 of them that have just come out.
It's the carbonized box.
Oh, that one's a beauty.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that one. That's gonna be my weekly plunder. That one and Michael from the chat is gonna send me Boba the 40th Black Series with carbonized Han. So
nice.
Those will be in my collection.
Just can't get enough Boba. Ronnie, your turn. Show us your weekly.
So I'll have a bunch of things next week. I have one that I got in today. He is the Marvel Legends or the Iron Man variants.
Ooh, nice War Machine.
He War Machine. He is pretty. He has all the articulation. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it in there. Yeah, all the typical articulation with the Marvel Legends line. But the cool thing is I'll show you, he has all these attachments for his guns. So if you want to do like a battle scene or an action ready scene, it's actually pretty sick. You can, put them on here. You can there we go. Put them on there. You can pose them. He comes with these awesome little stands, which are right here. It hooks up to the bottom of his boot, and you actually pose him as if he's blasting off. It also has action missiles, which is pretty freaking awesome. You hook it up to the missile launcher here. Let's see. And something else, that you don't see in a lot of the pictures that before I bought it online was these missiles actually come off. So if you want to make them say, take the missiles off, they actually let me see if I can get a picture of that because it is kind of small. Yeah, they actually come off.
Nice.
So you can place
sick.
them around, set up a scene. If you have more figures, you could do the whole end game scenario if you wanted, setting up with the missiles and the battles, battle action. Really good figure. Everybody here that knows me or has watched knows I'm not an unboxer. So for me to unbox it and when I pose it, it's a good posable fig with a lot of action that can be displayed based on the accessories.
Right on the show.
And that was another Amazon special. I got it for it was like $10 cheaper than what it was booking for retail.
Oh,
nice.
Very sweet. Speaking of Amazon, my weekly plunder, I've got a lot, guys. Sorry, I'll try to go fast. This was a pretty great weekly plunder, but check out this bad boy. It was one of the few stormtroopers I don't have. It's a snow trooper. So yeah, pretty good. I'm taking it out. I love the card back, but he's got to go in the detail for the others.
Actually,
Amazon also. Go ahead, Robert.
If you like the backing, get a X-Acto knife and slice the plastic off. I did that with my Han Solo.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Tip of the week. You missed it, Ron. Robert got it. Tip. Here we go. Here's another one. Finally, another Rebel because Pulse just won't ship these. They just don't. They refuse. So I got it on Amazon and it came in the day. So there's Hera.
Nice.
From
Yeah,
Star Wars Rebels.
you mentioned a couple times how they didn't ship. I got mine on GameStop and I got it in one big box, the entire set.
And
So
this
I was
is when I
happy
do
with
this. Yeah. And you told me to do it. And I was like, no, this is like early. This was like one of the first big things we got
one of
from
the first
Pulse.
big pre-orders. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wasn't as familiar with all this stuff. You know what I mean? As far as like the retailer game and whatnot. But we've learned a lot. We've certainly learned a lot over the past 6
We
months.
all sure have.
And check out the Queen here,
That's
Wonder
nice.
Woman. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. It's hard to tell here, but this is definitely the best photo scan for inexpensive. If you take away Hot Toys and sideshows and models and stuff like that, as far as figures, it's not a cheap one. It's $62.
Yeah.
It's an import, Bandai SH Figure Arts. And then of course you saw my Azrael and from Amazon, and then the grand prize of it all, the PulseCon
So jelly.
Supreme Snake that Ronnie is gonna have to wait till March for.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till March 29th, 2021.
Yep.
Thanks, Pulse.
And,
Fuck you.
check it out, right? All right, so we'll do a little unboxing here. And look at that. Wow.
That's pretty. That is pretty.
Look at Ronnie cry as it happens. Look at Ronnie cry.
Good thing I have Jack Daniels in here. I know.
So of course you probably saw in the last show, one of the last shows before PulseCon, I bought a custom hood.
Mhm.
So it's gonna go right on there. Just waiting on some blue tact, and we'll throw that on. And I got myself, as you might see on the screen in a second, ordered myself a throne, a custom throne. It's unpainted, but we'll see what happens with that. They're going around, getting the Facebook groups. There's plenty of custom thrones to be around if you want one for your Cobra Trooper. But that was a hell of a weekly plunder. I'm gonna have so much fun when we're done recording this. So
yeah,
let's end the show, guys.
The secondhand throne that wasn't expensive either, was it?
No, it's $15.
Yeah.
$15.
That's great.
Yeah, there's some on Etsy fully painted. They even have I even saw couch cushions. Just crazy. There's all kind of different ones. There's some using the McFarlane snake and taking the snake. Some people have built the snake onto the throne. I think those are actually the best, but I think a lot of people made those just for themselves. I haven't seen anybody selling. Then there's this super high quality throne that was $50 and it didn't ship till March. And some people were sketchy on it because they were oh, it's there's no way to do protection with PayPal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just be careful what you buy out there, kids. But just always remember, Ronnie, Robert, just be in a toy kind of mood.
Take it.